Tonight, the blame stream media is all over my mayor Rob Ford for smoking crack cocaine. But I know the mayorship's a tough gig. Ford's just playing hardball. He's proved he's got the rocks to run the city. So I forbid any and all wisecracks on the issue. This is the ENV. Welcome, everyone, to my glorious presence. I'm glad to be back in the studio, fresh off a completely voluntary vacation with the truth coursing through my body again, filling my pale blue eyes with wonder. And I must say, my boys must have struck gold, because we've got an amazing... Oh yeah, a show. We've got a show. And it's about something. In case you haven't heard, we've got members of the elite dabbling in a lower class product that piles up in Detroit and slinks out to prey on the poor, slowly polluting them all while the pushers profit off the near impossibility of kicking the habit. And beyond the direct health effects, the addiction is so strong that it's often followed by a terrible violence, making 8 Mile look like Wisteria Lane. You guessed it. I'm talking about fossil fuels. This is Riel talk. Riel talk. Now, I want it to go on record that I don't like the word addiction. It's got an unseemly connotation to it, which I just find, well, unseemly. Everyone knows addiction is a part of life. We all need our morning coffee, and my Tasmanian Tic Tacs keep me running. So who are we to cast the first stoner? Instead, I refer to them as relationships. Now, the Koch brothers have had a long relationship with Petroleum Coke, so the recent article in the New York Times about the highly profitable sale of this byproduct came as no surprise to me. But Petroleum Coke product, or PCP, or Pet Coke as they're calling it on the streets, is a waste product of refining oil from the tar sands and can be used as a low-grade sulfur-rich fuel. Now, this is a stretch, but if I may compare this to drugs, I'd say it's the equivalent of smoking an ounce of weed and then selling the resin at a reduced price. Now we, upper class, don't usually dabble in this poor quality product, so we sell it to the less fortunate. That's why I always tell my kids, you snort that line to the end, young man, because there are some sober people in Africa who would just as soon take a pinch of that, mix it with baking soda, and burn it on the end of a spoon. The Newspeak Times focused on the growing Coke Mountain in Detroit that's just itching to be shipped overseas, as well as the promise of increased supply just waiting to be sucked through pipes into the American bosom. Now, this kind of thing has been going on forever. And just because it's in the public eye now doesn't mean it's any more important than when you weren't talking about it. Just go back to your day-to-day lives. The Coke heads and authorities know what they're doing. Seriously, they know what they're doing. And they understand that they shouldn't be spending the money to help the poor kick or control their fossil fuel habit. It's the tried and true method of profiting off the sale of the cheap stuff, all while punishing the poor nations for being locked into the same type of relationship we've got. This is just how we deal with these sorts of things. The sooner you figure that out, the sooner you'll stop expecting us to improve. And that's all we've got for tonight. Thanks for joining us. And as always, smoke up.